So I made a video about who you really are. And who you really are is the God source within. It's inside of you. And this whole thing that you have right here is your meat sack. You were given this meat sack so that you could experience the human experience. And Bashar talks about how a snail is experiencing a snail experience. He doesn't judge that, he goes really slow or that he goes up a leaf. It's just the snail experience. And this is the human experience. We experience emotions, we experience thoughts, we experience sounds, sights, feelings, whatever. It's just the human experience. That's all it is, right? And you are God's source, right? You, underneath the meat sack is just God. That's it. And God is love. God is fulfillment. God is everything that you want to be. It's all of it. Everything. And it's all good. It's all good. And when you look out to your 3D, or you're feeling things, or you're hearing things you don't like, people saying shit you don't like, it was a belief that was given to you before you knew about who you really were. You believed stuff, and then you collected these beliefs, and they're playing on autopilot, and you look out there, you see stuff out there, and you believe it, and you internalize it, you believe it, internalize it, and then you form these beliefs. And because you have these beliefs, this is when I really want you to pay attention, okay? Because the reason that things manifest that you don't really prefer or whatever is because you're identifying with it. Instead of identifying as God's source or what you really want, you're allowing the 3D and things that you see in the 3D to tell you who you are. But you're not any of those things. You're God's source, always. Like, you can't really turn it off. But the human awareness is to guide and direct where you want to go. And if you're always just getting fulfillment, then it's gonna give you what you're asking for, or what you're telling it, right? So, or what you're putting your awareness on. Because you can have thoughts all day long, and if you know that you're God and that you are source and that you're rich because you say you're rich, because that's really who you are, because that's fulfillment and that's love and that's what you want and that's who you are. So you can have thoughts all day long as you're not identifying with them. And how you can tell if you're identifying with them is because you're going to feel an icky fucking feeling. And I know you've all been there. I know you've all felt it. And like the struggle, right? The manifesting struggle is like, there's thoughts that come up like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this. This feels hard. I don't know what I'm doing. This doesn't make sense. And that's really what you got to pay attention to, is when you start feeling the ick. Because if you start feeling the ick, it means you're believing it. It means you're believing the thoughts, and the thoughts aren't you. The thoughts are your ego, and they're a production of your mind, how your mind is programmed to work. But you're not your mind, you're not logical, you're not psychology, you're not any of that. You are this energy within. You are the awareness within, and nothing can exist without your light and your awareness upon it, right? So even if it says this is how you reprogram your subconscious mind, you're above that. That is your super conscious mind, okay? You're above all that. You can decide how you reprogram your subconscious mind if you want to, because that's who you are. Because you're the boss. And the problem is like, most people will be like, okay, well, I believed that I was God. I believed that, I believed that I could have anything I want right that second. And so they'll try something, and then they'll look to their 3D for the validation of it. Okay, well, the 3D is reflecting that it's not here right now, so I must be doing something wrong. I'm not good at this. And you're feeding that old belief again. You're not being who you truly are, which is God's source. And you're looking to the 3D for validation instead of standing in your power and knowing who you are. Because, okay, so when you feel those icky feelings, right, then that's your signal. It's a signal, okay? You can still have the feelings, and you can still have the feelings and manifest. It's fine. It's fine to have those feelings, but it's the cue. It's the signal to let you know, hey, you're not in alignment with who you really are. You're believing this belief again. And the more you believe it, you're gonna push it out unless you come back to who you are and know that, like, no, I am God. Because this thing is just fulfilling everything that you want, everything that you desire. And if you're believing this stuff, that's why I say when you feel the feeling, as soon as you get that feeling, that is like a signal to be like, hey, this isn't real. This isn't real. This is a belief that I'm believing that isn't true. And that's when you can be like, I always say, put your hand over your heart and self-soothe and remind yourself of who you are. I am not these thoughts. I am not these feelings. I am God. I am Source. And I am whoever I say I am. I am not the old version of self anymore. I'm not, which is the thoughts and the feelings. I'm not that. It's the thoughts, it's the feelings. It's like the thoughts, like if you want to be rich and you're having feelings of being broke. I'm not those thoughts. I am who I say I am, and I am rich. And that's your fulfillment, right? In there. It's always there. Whoever you want to be, it's there. No matter what. And it's like this too. If you're in a state of fulfillment, and then I'm trying to think of how to word this. Okay, so you're in the state of, I'm getting what I want. I know I am. I'm getting what I want. And then you look at your 3D, and the second you see that it's not the way you want, you just jump back into a reality where you don't have what you want, because it's not out there that's fucking reality. It's in here that is reality, okay? It's in here. So always come back here. What's in your imagination is actually reality. Because Bashar says that when you are your actual self and you're not in the human experience, you're just your God self, everything that you want or say or do or be or whatever, it just shows up right in front of you. It's just right in front of you. You say you want to see a mountain, boom, it's fucking there instantly. Everything is there instantly. But because we're having a human experience, there's got to be growth. That's the human experience. We're experiencing growth, and you feel like you have to, you're moving. It feels like you're moving to get to that point. It's not here yet.
Yeah.
It's not here yet. You're feeling like you're moving into that reality, but you're not.
It's here.
You are the reality. You are it. So when you're living in your 3D world and you see something undesirable, you can feel it. Yeah, that fucking sucks. That hurts, because I'm having a human experience, and the human experience includes thoughts, feelings, emotions. But if you can stop for a minute and be like, yeah, I'm feeling this, but I still know who I am. I still know that I'm chosen. I'm not that version anymore. You can look at the 3D, see what's happening, and say, I'm not her anymore. I'm not him anymore. I am not that person anymore. I am who I choose to be, because I know who I am. I am the person that gets chosen. I am the person that blah, 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 blah. And you don't have to fucking embody it and be like, suck up your tears and be like, actually, no, I'm gonna just stop messaging this person, and I'm gonna walk away, and I'm just gonna let them figure it out, and they're gonna miss me, and stifle your emotions. You don't have to fucking do that. You can literally assign a meaning to anything. You can say, This person loves when I text them obsessively because they love to obsessively text me back too. But you can literally just jump to a different state, and that is a state. You saying that is a fucking state. You just jump to the state. It's that easy. You just say who you are, and you are that person. And then you continuously just keep showing up as that person, because that's who you are. And then it will be reflected in your 3D reality. It's like Tom Karen says too, you don't have to wait for reality to catch up, because anytime I feel like you say you're waiting for something in your God self, okay, if you say you're waiting, like if something's coming, it's moving in the right direction, so you can say that it's coming, it's going to be here soon, and that's great, like, because that's better than saying that it's not here right now, or I don't have it, I don't know what I'm doing. If you say that you're learning, then it's progressing, it's moving in the right direction. But if you can stay in the state of I have it already, and you would just say that I'm not that version, I'm the person that has it already, I'm the person that has what I want already, and that's it. Because it kind of is like the imagination. If you say I have it, and this is why Sammy says affirmations work, okay? This is why, like, affirming repetitively, it's like the image, it's like over and over and over and over and over and over the image. You see the image every time you say something, the image, the image, the image. It's like, if you can stop in those moments, right? And like, imagine that the 3D isn't here. Imagine this meat sack as a fucking as like a jacket, and you just zip off your skin and your emotions and your feelings, and what's left is this ball of who you really are, who you say you are. If you can connect to that and just be like, I am who I say I am, which is God's source. I am actually rich. Doesn't matter if I can't pay for this in the 3D. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm still rich. I'm rich. Like, it's really how you choose to use your God power, how you choose to assign a meaning to things, and how you spin shit in your mind. Because it's only you that can do it, right? So, like, you could check your thoughts if you want to. You don't have to flip every little fucking thought, because that is so exhausting. You don't have to affirm all day. That is exhausting. You just have to remember who you are. And keep connecting to it and practice as God, not affirming, because a lot of people are affirming because they're like, okay, these affirmations are gonna get me what I want. And it's not about that. It's about being who that person is already, right? So it's either I'm healthy. I am healthy because I say I am, because the God source is already fulfillment. It's already who you say you are. That is, and that's what's real. That's the real reality. What I say I am. The awareness of who you are is who you say you are. Like, you know, that's what's real. Out here isn't real. It's not reality at all. So it's better to say I'm healthy now. I'm healthy. I feel like for a lot of people it's hard though to see the 3D, and if you're feeling like a pain somewhere or something, to be like, I'm healthy, and believe it. And you don't really have to believe it, just know that that's really who you are because you said you are, right? But for some people, they're like, okay, well, if I was healthy, I'd feel these things. You don't have to feel anything, because like I said, this is the 3D world, which is, the 3D world is the illusion. It's not real. So that pain technically isn't real, but it feels real, right? So I think that's why it's hard for people to be like, hey, well, I'm saying that I'm healthy, but I'm not healthy in the 3D. Like, I'm not seeing it, and you don't have to see it. And that's why people are like, I need to see movement. I'm not seeing movement. You don't need to see fucking movement to know who you are, to know that you're healthy. Because it's in here that's healthy. The God self is healthy. But you're believing the ego self, the 3D self, you're believing it. And that's why you don't see anything different, because you're perceiving it with your awareness. But if you connect to who you really are, which is healthy, or going to be healthy soon, or the 3D is going to reflect that I'm healthy soon, or anything you can to actually at least move you in the direction you want to go, instead of saying, I'm not healthy, I don't see it now, things aren't changing. You'll get farther than you will if you just like are being negative and not seeing things, because it's your awareness on something that is creating life to it, right? So like I said, if you can't connect to I'm healthy right now, then say things are coming to me that will make me more healthier. I am getting more and more advice on how to be healthier. I'm taking steps to get healthier. Something that's moving it towards you at least, or moving something in the direction you want, right? Or having it appear in the 3D that things are moving in that direction, right? Because everything's here right now, in the present, in the God self, because that's where it's like fulfillment land. It's like everything's already done here. So the minute you say you want something, it is fucking done. It literally is. But because you have all these fucking beliefs that you're believing, that it takes time, that this person has to go through this, that, and the other, that there's an unfolding, like, because those beliefs are there, that's why things appear to take longer. And you could create the belief that there is no unfolding, because that's who you really are, and without this, and the ego will fucking die, and you can have things really just show up instantly. But it's like, you really need to continuously start standing in who you are. And the more that you stand in this I amness, then you'll start seeing things more out there, right? Which will convince you, I guess, that yeah, I really am I really am fulfillment. And you'll get closer and closer. And like they say, the universe is expansive. Like, you'll get closer and closer and understanding more, and you'll really start to believe that you're it. Huh?
What's next here?
So when they say that it's done, right?
What's next here?
Yes. When they say that it's done, it literally, like Rosie Life says, it is done. There's nothing more to do. Like, you just have to like kind of chill out and not talk against it, really, like, or not identify with those thoughts, right? Don't identify with the feelings, or give meaning or life to the feelings, right? So if you're thinking or you're feeling like, okay, this anxiety means I'm not in this state anymore, I need to practice getting into the state. No, they don't mean anything. They literally don't mean anything unless you give life to them. Yeah. Oh no, I just
Kaya
my
did
dog
it.
ate my dinosaur. But so like you can create like anything you want. Like you don't even have to listen to me.
Oh, so
Oh, that's sad. You could create any belief you want. You don't even have to like.
It's Kaya.
I just like to feel that the feelings are a signal, because it helps me identify when I'm like believing something I shouldn't be believing, right? So, but at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking mean anything, because like it's kind of like the saying, everything happens for a reason. It really doesn't fucking matter. You don't need to do anything. But if you're putting your awareness on something that isn't really favorable, you're gonna create probably things that are unfavorable, right? Because your awareness is on it. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't fucking matter, because it's all leading to your desire anyways. So it doesn't fucking matter if you fuck up, because it's all part of it. It's all just you. It doesn't really matter. You're gonna get what you want anyways, because it's like they say that everything happens for a reason. It's kind of like that. So even if you have bad thoughts, even if you have bad feelings, even if you do spiral, even if you create a bunch of bad shit, it's all part of the unfolding. It's all leading you to your desire, even if it doesn't look like it, right? So it's just like your awareness is kind of like looking at these bad things and like putting these little hurdles or these little mounds for your higher self to jump over. But it's like it's your higher self, so they're like, okay, I'll just weave it in. I'll just weave it as part of like the whole thing. I'll find a way to make this work. It's kind of like art, you guys. Oh my gosh. Like with art, when I fuck something up, when I'm drawing something, I just like, I'm like, well, I fucked that up. Well, I'll just add something to it and make it something different. It's kind of like that. Like, God is art. You just add a little something and fix a little something here, or blend it into your picture to make it like a whole picture. But it's easier if you just don't put those fucking mounds there, because it's just like, you know. And a lot of people believe in the purge, and they've heard things about like the opposite happening, and they believe that has to happen, and it really doesn't. But even if it did, it's the meaning you're assigning to it. Like, if the bad things, oh, the opposite is happening, it means I'm not gonna get it. Or and even if you are like looking at it and say the opposite is happening, you're like putting your awareness on the opposite happening, and guess what? More of the opposite is gonna happen. So if you just say like, okay, you know, I see that this isn't what I want, let's tweak this. Like, I'm gonna get what I want soon. Or, you know, the affirmation, you could use the affirmation, everything is working out in my favor, best case scenario. Or the unfolding only happens in a way that pleases me. It's just really, you got to keep your awareness off of it being the opposite of what you want. Stop focusing on it being the opposite of what you want, you know. Because I would do that. I like, when I look back at all the stuff that I did, I'm like, God, I like just want to slap myself. But at least I'm learning, I'm expanding, right? So it doesn't really fucking matter. And now I'm kind of seeing why everything had to happen the way it did. And it took a long time for me to get to certain places that I wanted to, because I did put a lot of little lumps in the way. But I learned it doesn't matter, because it all helped me in the end anyways, even if I didn't see it, even if I didn't like it. But I used to be somebody that was like, okay, I believed I had to experience a purge, and I fucking did, and it was bad, and I didn't like it. And when I was in it, I just kept saying that it's the purge, you know, it's the purge, I'm purging, like. And I would put my awareness on the purge, and I would say stuff like, ugh, I don't know, I just couldn't get through the purge. I couldn't do it, and I just kept thinking I had to have that, and I didn't. I did not fucking have to have that. I thought it had to be a struggle. I thought I had to affirm. You know, I thought I had to affirm and be like, things unfold only in the ways that please me. Things unfold only in the way that please me. And then I was like, I gotta affirm that I'm a master at manifesting too. I'm a master at manifesting. I'm a master at manifesting. And I was like, okay, I gotta focus on my self-concept too. But it's like, I have all these fucking things that I want to fucking affirm for. Like, I'm enough, I'm chosen, I'm loved, I'm wanted. I had so many fucking affirmations, and I was just like, I would get so fucking overwhelmed, because like things would show up in my face, and I was like, okay, what belief is this? What belief is this? What belief is this? And I didn't even have to do any of that. But it was so overwhelming, because I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And it was just a struggle, and I hated it. And the thing is like, you see your 3D and you want to change it. Don't fucking change it. Don't try to change it, okay? And be like, what affirmation do I gotta use to change it? Just go with it. Go with it, relax, go within and start saying stuff or believing stuff that's gonna create out there, you know? But just allow it to be what it is, and like, sometimes that fucking sucks. But when you stand in your power and you say, you know what, I don't like this, I don't want this, this isn't who I am anymore, I'm this version now, and you just kind of don't let the fucking 3D boss you around. You don't try to change it, you don't try to like resist what's happening, because it's probably happening for a reason, right? But you give a good meaning to it, and you stand in your power, and it will change. It will. It's just you aren't trying to find the perfect affirmation to change it. You just fucking stand in your power and create the next step, kind of thing, if that makes sense, right? But I don't know, a lot of the bad stuff that I went through, like, I was like, why is this fucking happening to me? But then I really learned my power, that every time I created a 3P, it was fucking hell, and I hated it. But honestly, all that bad stuff, even though I created this bad stuff over and over and over again, it really, now I see the bigger picture, that it was like creating me to like really see what I'm worth and see that I'm more than that. So it's like a contrast thing. The bad even has, it's like the yin and yang, the yin and yang. It's like the bad also plays a purpose, but it's all technically good. It's all you, it's all part of the same thing, you know what I mean? You can't really have one or the other, but you're labeling it as bad. So stop labeling things as bad. I'm learning from this. I'm growing from this. Something good's coming out of this. Like, if you keep labeling things like that, and not saying like, you know, this means I'm not gonna get it, this means I suck at manifesting, this means, no, just give everything. Give everything your love. Everything. Slap something good on everything, you guys. Everything. And everyone too, because I do this too. I'll talk shit on people, dude. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like putting my awareness on the shit I don't like about them. And then it creates more of it, and then I really get fucking sick of them, and I'm like, no, start, you know, even if you're frustrated and you're feeling the human feelings, just throw some fucking love on it, you know? Throw some fucking love on it. Anyways, this is like the longest video I've ever fucking made in my life, but I really wanted to explain it. Yeah, don't believe your thoughts, guys. They're just a part of your body. Try to like guide them, talk to them, because it's just your ego tripping. And if you just talk to your ego and calm it down, eventually it'll just like chill the fuck out and it won't bother you. And the more you stand in your God self, your ego is just gonna fucking like, it's not even gonna be there anymore, you guys. You won't worry about anything. You will literally not worry about anything. You will just trust. You'll be happy. You'll be like, all is good. Even when things feel bad, all is good. Have you ever seen, oh my gosh, Chicken Joe? And he's like, I always said I wanted to be like Chicken Joe, and I feel like I'm getting there, but I said I want to be like Chicken Joe, and he's literally in a pot getting cooked by fucking, I think it's like chicken, no, it's penguins or something. He's getting cooked by a tribe of penguins in a pot, and he's getting peppered, and like he's just chilling, like he's in a hot tub, and he's like, yeah, they wanted to make me their king. And it's so funny. So yeah, just be like Chicken Joe. See the good in every situation and just throw some good on it. Yeah, I'm a king. I'm in a hot tub. Even if you're in fucking some shit right now, you're in a hot tub, you're chilling, you're good. It's all good. And the more you keep saying it's all good, dude, you guys, the more you keep assigning a meaning, the 3D will start reflecting that more and more and more and more. And then all the bad will be gone. And then you know what's cool about like tarot cards too is like there's the swords, the cups, the swords, cups, the pentacles, and what am I missing? Swords, cups, pentacles, oh, and the wands, right? And the new tarot decks, like I want to make a tarot deck without the swords, because the whole swords is like struggling, worried, stressing, all that. And it's like in the new earth, in the new heaven, when you're in your good self, there's none of that. You just, there's nothing like that. It's happiness, fulfillment, peace. All of it is just bliss. No matter what, it's bliss. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. Everything's good. Even if it doesn't appear to be. No, it's good. So, yeah. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope that, no, actually I intend and I claim that you all get it, that this is going to help you, that you're going to manifest everything you want, and that you're going to trust and know that you are God, and you're going to connect to your God self. Every time you start feeling icky, remember, you're going to remember who you are, and that's it. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you next time.